Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NBA to the Galaxy Pod, presented to you by DSM Media as well as the host myself, Santa Claus. It's a special pod, airing this on Christmas Day. And so I'm saying, no, not airing this on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, rather. And yeah, again, you guys ready for tomorrow, Christmas Day. A lot of great games coming on tomorrow. And yeah, your other host here, my guy Scotty Drown. For us to link up on Christmas Eve kind of says a lot. So I'm saying that don't take this for granted. But yeah, we're gonna be previewing the Christmas Day games tomorrow. Why NBA Christmas always feels special, things of that nature. Talking about our teams, my Warriors, his Sixers, and our wish list for our teams. But before we dive into that, topics or whatnot, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing very well, my brother. Happy Hump Day, I believe it is Wednesday. I get so confused with the
Hey,
holidays popping up.
it's so crazy. No, that's a thing at this point.
That's a thing on here. That's a thing on here. It is Hump Day. But nonetheless, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, my brother. Happy holidays to anybody else that maybe doesn't celebrate Christmas. But no, I'm happy to be on here. This is going to be a fun episode. Christmas Day slate's always fun to talk about because it's the best teams generally when they make these games. So the slate should be fun. We're going to have entertainment for tomorrow. I just got done my NFL pod, funny enough, bro, and I was looking at the Christmas Day slate for the NFL.
Yeah.
That shit trash.
Cowboys Nation, man. Eliminated from the postseason.
Yeah. But no, that slate is ass. So I'm glad we have a fun packed NBA slate on Christmas Day. But how you feeling, brother? How's the holiday season treating you?
Feeling good, bro. Can't complain. As you get older, though, bro, it definitely starts to feel weird. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But nonetheless, still grateful to still be here to celebrate my loved ones. So I can't complain, honestly.
I hear that. That is the blessing of all time, right? Time is not a given. So no, I appreciate being here with you, brother. Let's dive in. Where you want to start, my man? How you want to get us kicked off here?
Kick this thing off talking about the Christmas Day schedule and the matchups. Started off right there. So, so here's the official NBA Christmas Day slate. 5 games starting from midday all the way until late night. So I'm saying that Eastern time, starting it off, we had the Cavaliers versus the Knicks at 12 p.m. At Madison Square Garden. The Knicks will be hosting the Cavs. That should be a good matchup. Secondly, 2:30 p.m., we got the Spurs versus the Thunder. Right after that, we got the Dallas Mavericks versus my Warriors. And then after that, we got the Rockets versus the Lakers. Then to finish this thing off, we have the Timberwolves versus the Nuggets. So to say the least, it should be a jam-packed, slate. Very fun, entertaining, a lot of good matchups. But yeah, we kind of kick it out right there, man.
No. So you want to start at the top with the Eastern Conference matchup? I think that, wildly enough, is the only Eastern Conference matchup of the day. And it is that Cavs and Knicks matchup that you mentioned.
Oh, is it really? Oh, yeah.
I think
that's crazy though, bro.
That's the only Eastern Conference team
the East
at all.
The East,
that's crazy.
Wow.
No Celtics. That's crazy, right?
Is it though? No Tatum.
No Tatum. I feel that. I feel it's still the Celtics, though. You feel me? Like it's still the Boston Celtics. But no, I'm not going to complain because the other matchups are pretty good. So I'm not going to complain about it. But Cleveland 17-14 coming into this matchup. The Knicks 20-9. I know you had a specific format laid out of each thing you wanted to go over in these matchups. So I'll let you lay that out for us.
Yeah, so with the Cavs versus the Knicks, this game definitely matters. More so from the perspective like bragging rights between Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. We obviously know that when it comes down to like the top guards in the East, those two names are in that conversation for sure.
Yeah.
So it's a big market game and a nice way to kick the day off for sure. So seeing those guys battle would be a nice test for sure. So.
No, I completely agree, and that's what I'm kind of looking at here as well. You look at the Cavs specifically. It's a good time for them to kind of get back on track and kind of, rewrite the ship. They're 17-14 right now, which is just kind of not good enough for their squad. Now, I know they're a little beat up. I think Evan Mobley is out going into this one. I know Max Strus is out going into this matchup. On New York side, you have Jalen Brunson. You have OG Anunoby, who are game time decisions. I imagine they're going to play on Christmas Day. Brunson's coming off a huge game the other night. I'm pretty sure they're going to play. That being said, it's in the Garden.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks are going to win this one, bro. I do think the Knicks are going to win at home on Christmas. But I guess that means I think the Knicks are the better team. They're definitely the healthier team right now with Brunson and OG in the picture. Evan Mobley not playing is going to be huge because of the way the Knicks rebound, specifically on the offensive glass. So yeah, I think the Knicks are gonna win this one, my brother. I do.
Okay. I could agree with that. I got New York winning too. You know.
Yeah.
You seen what Cat did last night? He dropped 40 and Brunson didn't play, so we'll see if that kind of correlates over to Christmas Day. So
yeah, is there any standout star for you in this one?
Standout star, I think Mikal Bridges, because last year
I like that
he went crazy on Christmas Day. I think he had like 40 some points. So I'm gonna say Mikal again this year. I think he can have a good performance on Christmas Day. So.
I like that. I'm gonna go with the guy that he's just been balling of late, and that's OG Anunoby. He's trying to earn that all-star nod. I think he'll be huge in this one offensively and defensively. We'll see who they match up. To your point, it's probably gonna be Mikal Bridges on Spida. Would you say?
Yeah. Or Josh Hart.
Josh Hart. Yeah, and then OG will probably guard. I'm guessing DeAndre Hunter, something of that sort.
Mobley, yeah. Because
Mobley may be out.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
Mobley may be out. True. So we'll see. I do like OG Anunoby in this matchup, nonetheless. Yeah, we both got the Knicks, man. Surprisingly, how surprised are you with the Cavs start? Is this just injuries, or like what do you think in that regard?
I think injuries. Yeah, because they actually been looking a lot better as of late. Darius Garland has been, coming to his own. Sam Murray, he's coming back. Guys just getting back. I think Max Strus is going to be back on like the 29th or something. So they just getting healthy for real. I wouldn't even overreact and just saying that they should break it up or not like that. So.
Yeah. No, I feel you there. I definitely look for them to pick up the pace at some point. They're 7th in the East. They do need this game more. I mean, need is it depends on your perspective right now, but we'll see. We'll see if we're sleeping on the Cavs.
Yeah, for sure. So shifting gears over to the Western Conference for the rest of these games is crazy. So we got San Antonio Spurs at OKC, man. Last night the Spurs beat OKC for the second time this season, and that's a huge achievement to say the least.
Yeah.
To beat the defending champs in great fashion. Keldon Johnson went off last night, so shout out to him. And he was talking mad crazy to them boys too. But OKC obviously the defending champs, and they'll want to come out and get their revenge because they don't want for the San Antonio Spurs to have bragging rights. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying it's gonna be a dog fight, and with the Spurs going to visit OKC, I can see them kind of having the mentality of like, okay, it's our game to lose because they do match up pretty well with them. But to be fair though, bro, like the San Antonio Spurs is cheating in my opinion. They bring in Wemby off the bench, bro. Like, that should be illegal, bro. Like that's a matchup problem, but nonetheless, it should be a good matchup. But I think that OKC get their revenge. Like in a 7-game series, I don't see no team beating OKC 4 times. So even saying that, like the regular season, I don't see no team beating them more than 2 times. So I got OKC hold down the fort and getting their revenge against the Spurs for sure.
I like it. This is definitely my favorite matchup of the day, just to get out ahead of that. You mentioned the San Antonio Spurs handling the OKC Thunder last night, obviously handling them in the NBA Cup, semifinals, I think it was, right before the NBA Cup final. They've beat them the last 2 times, and you mentioned Wemby coming off the bench. I was surprised as I went to check that score from last night. I see the Spurs beat them 130-110. And Wemby did come off the bench again. So it's like, how long are they going to roll with the minutes restriction? You know what I mean? Like, how long are they going to roll with that? Roll with bringing him off the bench? It is kind of a cheat code in a sense. If you're OKC, do you got to match up in that regard, right? Like, do you bring somebody, Chet or Hartenstein off the bench? I don't know how you go about it. Probably don't adjust too much to it. But it is interesting looking at Oklahoma City. I saw they were like a 10-point favorite coming back home against the Spurs on Christmas. And it just makes me feel some type of way for the Spurs because it's like, why are they underdogs by 10 points still after beating Oklahoma City two times in a row now with Wemby on a minutes restriction? So I don't know, man. I do feel you. It is one of those things where, like, Oklahoma City, it's time for them to beat the Spurs. Like, they need to put their mind to that shit and make it happen. Them being the best team of the NBA right now, in our opinions. I do agree with you. I think OKC wins at home. I think they come away with the W. I definitely think it's a close game, though. I think the Spurs cover that 10-point mark. They're not getting beat by double digits. I think they come to play tomorrow, but that is interesting. Standout star. You think Keldon Johnson gets it in again?
I don't know, bro, because he was calling them guys frauds last night, so they probably looking to get their revenge. So,
like in game, he was saying, "My bad, I did not see that."
It was,
or was it after the game?
It was sort of like at the end of the game, for real, like when they had the lead. So I had to say, like, the closing moments of the game.
Closing moments. Because I saw Wemby did like a post-game like announcement or like speech to the fans or something in San Antonio.
Yeah. He started like a tradition or something. I don't know.
It's interesting. Kind of copying the Oklahoma City Thunder a little bit in that regard. I don't know.
Maybe he was
maybe trolling. He might be trolling. That is a good point. Because they would do the post-game presser all together, though. It wasn't like an announcement to the stadium, though. But that would be a funny troll.
Yeah. To answer your question, I'm gonna go SGA, though. I think he knows what needs to be done for real. You know, this is more than just a Christmas Day game. This is something even like between Wemby and Chet. Like, this was like a highly anticipated rival between those two. So I feel like SGA got to kind of lead the way for those guys for sure.
I like how you said that, bro, because I was gonna point out a similar thing with Chet and Wemby, because it just feels like Wemby keeps throwing shade at Chet.
I seen it.
And I don't know what it's about. I don't know if it's because they like are, I guess, the same position, right? Direct competition, but yeah, I'm looking at Chet. He's a game time decision for this game. It's going to be a big, part of the Oklahoma City's chances of success. I think Chet is going to play in this big Christmas Day game, but I'll look for Chet to step up, answer the call with Miami. He's challenging you, bro, to put your name on the board. But I do like that you picked SGA, because it's like, yeah, that's the guy that needs to step up and answer the call ultimately for OKC. Yeah. But I'll go with Chet as a standout star.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Nonetheless, it should be a good game. So, shifting the gears over to a game my team is involved in. The Dallas Mavericks will be coming over to play the Golden State Warriors in their arena. Steph Curry versus the young talent Cooper Flag, who has been looking phenomenal as of late. He's been figuring it out. The game has been slowing down for him. And we've been kind of looking a little bit better as of late, too. Past 2 games, or 3 games, actually. And it's because a certain individual hasn't been on the court. And you know what I'm talking about. He's a pretty familiar guy. Podmon, Draymond Green. We like a team without him. But we getting Al Horford back tomorrow. DeAndre Melton, his minutes going to start going up. But it should be a good matchup, though. Like Cooper Flag and Steph Curry. Then Klay Thompson going to be back home.
Yeah.
So it'll just be a good, exciting, fun day. AD versus Draymond, Jimmy out there. So it should be a good matchup. But nonetheless, I got the Warriors holding down the fort and extending our on a 2 or 3 game winning streak, 1 of the 2. But nonetheless, I got us getting the dub for sure.
I like it. This matchup is definitely interesting. You mentioned the way Cooper Flag has kind of been leading the way for the Mavs of late. And then obviously the Warriors playing a lot better of late. Obviously Stephen Curry coming back into the lineup, getting healthy. You mentioned Draymond. basically getting kicked off out of the huddle, sent to the locker
Honestly,
room.
though, bro, he technically he walked off. He didn't get kicked out.
He didn't get kicked off. He walked
Yeah, he
off.
walked
Yeah.
away. Like Steve Kerr confirmed that in the conference, he walked away. Like he didn't kick him out.
He's a
He
weird
walked
dude, man. He's a
Yeah,
character
like,
for sure.
just imagine somebody just constantly yelling at you. You a coach, your player just constantly yelling "F you, F you."
Who would trade for him? Honestly,
The Utah Jazz, all I can care. Get him off my team. I could care less.
I don't think them Utah. I don't know if the Mormons it's fucking with. I don't know if they fucking with Draymond, but nah, I don't know, man. He just seems like he's not worth the noise anymore. If that makes sense, like you got to be really good if you're gonna have one of those like very outlandish personalities, outspoken personalities.
Thank you.
And
2015, I'm up, bro.
Yeah, he's not that guy anymore. So he just needs to tone it down. He needs to like look in the mirror and tone it down, or just retire. Like you just coming out here, you're causing all this like drama for yourself. It's weird.
Yeah, like weird, bro.
No, but this is an exciting matchup outside of Draymond and his nonsense. You do get Jimmy versus Coop. I'm wondering how the matchups go. Like, is Jimmy gonna guard Coop? Like, I don't know. How does that work?
I think at some point he do. But
Maybe
I think
Draymond on Coop.
Moses would be the primary defender on him.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to watch. See what Cooper Flag looks like on his first Christmas Day game. But yeah, I think the Warriors are going to come away with the W in this one. At home, it's a game you need to win against the Mavs. You guys got to kind of keep righting this ship and improving your placement in the Western Conference. So I like you guys to take care of business at home for sure. Standout star?
Standout star, man. I'm going to go with Brandon Podziemski. I've been like what I've been saying from positives late.
It's okay.
I think he have a good game.
Nice. I do like that. I'm gonna go with the star. I'm gonna go with Jimmy Butler. I think Christmas Day. Yeah, I think Jimmy's gonna have a big day on Christmas and have some fun out there tomorrow. And there are some personalities out there which I like. AD, PJ Wash. There's a lot of personalities out there mixing together. Klay Thompson be back in the picture, like you said. So, yeah, I like Jimmy to have a big day on Christmas. Steph, as I was talking through that, though, Steph could have a day. He could.
Well, honestly, it's Christmas Day is not Steph Day. Like
it isn't.
Nah, he don't play too good on Christmas, bro. Like
interesting. I guess I've never noticed. Is that like a narrative around Steph? Like doesn't perform well on Christmas?
No, he just don't do good on Christmas, bro. Like he never
weird.
had. He never
That's
had.
Weird. That's probably the only spot that he does not succeed in. But yeah, nah. I like Jimmy though. I'll go with Jimmy Butler.
Okay, that's what's up. So shifting gears over, man, to the Rockets versus the Lakers. The Rockets will be traveling over to the Lakers. And yeah, man, this should be a good matchup. Always fun to see KD versus LeBron. Huge holiday matchup. Even when they're older, they're still both entertaining now, right? So yeah, the Rockets haven't been on a Christmas game in a while, so this should feel special for those guys. Houston Rockets fans and the Rockets team as a whole. And obviously, LeBron holds the all-time Christmas scoring and games played record. So I'm saying that it's a little bit of narratives going on here, but I think Luka may be a game-time decision. I think, because I know he hurt his calf in that last game against the Clippers. So, and saying that, it should be a good matchup, but I think Houston to kind of pull out with the win for sure.
Interesting. On the road, I do feel you, though. Luka with a banged-up calf. I did not know it was a calf either. Any of those muscle-related injuries always worry me. I think Wemby has a calf issue as well. That's what they're monitoring. But I imagine Luka will give it a go. It's Christmas Day. Like, they'll give it a go for him, I'm sure. And then I think Rui Hachimura, he's also a game-time decision. But you mentioned LeBron. You mentioned KD. I think that does make the game a bit special, getting to see them guys go head-to-head in this matchup. I wanted to ask you kind of a piggyback question off that. Who do you think has the bigger day? I know you picked Houston to win. I could assume you would say KD, but KD or LeBron, who has the better Christmas
Day? I
think
LeBron. LeBron, he plays pretty good on Christmas every year. So I'll say
the
LeBron.
lights are brighter. Yeah.
I think he'll have a better game than KD.
I like that. I like that. Ultimately, I do like the Rockets on the road as well. I think they strap up. I think it's a statement game for them going into LA, a Christmas Day mainstay like the LA Lakers, and upsetting them, man. I think that would be huge. Technically, it's not an upset. Houston is favored actually going into this one. But my standout star, man, I'm going to go with Amen Thompson because I'm interested to see if he matches up directly against Luka. And how that would look in him defending Luka. I don't know. Is that the matchup you would roll with, or do you think you go with a little bit more length?
Like it depends if Luka play, right? Because it's not
Right.
guaranteed. Yeah, if he plays,
I
then
think he's gonna play. I think Luka's gonna
Okay.
play, just given it being a Christmas Day game. But you never know.
I don't know. I want to see how Reed Shepard kind of holds up too.
Interesting.
Reed Shepard, Austin Reeves. I think
Yeah.
they match up.
Interesting. Yeah, Austin Reeves versus Reed Shepard. That is Austin Reeves would be a slight pick too. He could turn this game upside down. What about you? Standout star?
Standout star, man. I'm going to go with Jabari Smith Jr.
Oh, I like that. I like
I'm going
that.
with Barry, man. I'm going with Barry.
That was another guy I thought like maybe you could stick him on Luka if Luka plays. I don't know. Maybe he ends up on LeBron. I don't know. We'll see how the matchups play out. But that is a good one. He's a guy that can get hot. But man, have we been this? No, I picked against you on. No, I did pick OKC, didn't I?
Yeah,
we picked the same winners. Let me switch. I'm gonna go with Spurs to beat OKC for the third time this year. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm going back and forth in my head, but I'll go with the Spurs just so we're not exactly the same, bro.
Okay, so you got San Antonio, you got my Warriors, and you got the Knicks so far, right?
Yeah, and then I do have the Rockets as well. I do think they win on the road.
Okay, I was gonna say don't get too ahead of yourself because we do have one more big matchup to announce. This should be a very fun, entertaining matchup. These two teams have a lot of history. Go back to the Western Conference Finals a few years ago. And we're talking about the Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets. The Timberwolves will be traveling over to the Denver Nuggets. Anthony Edwards versus Jokic, that's always a great offensive matchup for sure. A lot of firepower between the both of those guys. This could arguably be the most explosive finish to the day.
Yeah.
They match up pretty well and things like that. But I think due to injuries, though, bro, I may have to get a nod to Minnesota because I know last night Cam Johnson hurt his calf, and then Aaron Gordon has been out for over a month. So I'm saying that I just don't think that Jokic and Murray is enough to kind of match up with Ant-Man, Randall, McDaniels, Dante, like all that offense, Nas Reed over there. So I think I'm going to get a nod to Denver right there. And they at home too, so.
Yeah, and I think to your point, you look at what the T-Wolves have done of late. They've been on quite the tear. 3 wins in a row, with 2 of those wins against the Thunder, 112-107, and then 1 against the New York Knicks as well, which that was last night, obviously, 115-104. No Jalen Brunson. You had Cat go off in that one. But nonetheless, the T-Wolves are playing some better basketball right now. So to be clear, I'm sorry, did you pick the Nuggets or you picked the T-Wolves?
The T-Wolves.
You picked the T-Wolves in this one. Nuggets are 3.5-point favorites. Man, it's a huge spot for both of these teams early on in the season. Cam Johnson I see the game time decision. To your point, he just got injured last night, or was it last night that you said he got injured?
Yeah, he hurt his calf like in the fourth quarter last night.
I see McDaniels is the game time decision as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the Nuggets are also missing Aaron Gordon, to your point, and Christian Brown. So
they're missing a lot of dogs over there.
You know what, man? I think this is going to be a really, to your point, entertaining game. I think it's going to be a really close game. I'm going to go with the Nuggets at home. I'll give the Nuggets the nod in this one. Okay. I think Jokic is going to have one of those like ridiculous games on Christmas tomorrow. So I'm going to go with the Nuggets at home, man. But it should be a good one. I hate to pick against my man Ant. That is the big thing. Hate picking against him on Christmas, but I'll go with the Nuggets, my brother. Standout star.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Ant-Man, he solidified himself as one of the ones, so it can't. It's hard to pick against somebody like Ant-Man. His confidence is so high. So we both agree with New York.
Yeah.
I got San Antonio. You got
Or
no,
no,
you
you
got.
got
I
OKC.
got
I
okay.
got
You
San
got San
Antonio.
Antonio.
Yeah.
We both got the Warriors. We both got Houston, and we both got Minnesota. Okay.
No,
So,
I got Denver. I got Denver.
oh no. Okay, so you got
Yeah,
two
you
of
got
them.
Minnesota. So we got two different.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Good enough for me. Where are we going next, my brother?
Shifting gears over to Santa Claus, a little gifts for the both of us. We're going to do our Christmas wish list for both of our
A
teams.
little fun.
So I'm gonna let you kick it out, bro. What do you think the Sixers need right now? Like, what if Santa Claus had to give you one major gift for your team? What would it be?
Yeah, bro. I don't know. Obviously, I know you stay busy with your Warriors and keeping track of the whole NBA. I don't know if you've peeped what the Sixers have been going through, but this past weekend they got some huge W's against the Knicks in a back-to-back, and then the Mavs on the tail end of the back-to-back. But amongst all of that, you had the loss to Brooklyn last night. Amongst all of that, we've had this like illness that is just going around the team, right? And Maxey, I think it was 2 weeks ago, he missed a set of 2 to 3 games. And then last week, Embiid was out for 2 to 3 games. And then we get the last night, VJ, Dominic Barlow, Quentin Grimes are out with illness for that game. So my big wish, man, throughout this season, right, I'm looking at, Jared McCain's offhand injury, like he tore a ligament in his non-shooting hand. You had PG coming back from injury. You had Embiid coming back from knee injury. You have Kelly Oubre out with a sprained LCL knee injury right now. Trendon Watford with a groin injury right now. So my big wish, man, it's so weird to be in this spot right now because generally speaking, the last couple of years, especially doing this pod or doing the Philly pod, I've definitely wanted the Sixers to make some bigger moves coming up on the trade deadline. And this year, I kind of feel like we have it in house, bro. Like, I feel like we don't need to make any significant shifts barring like a big injury or something, right?
Yeah.
The big wish I would say would have been a power forward. The guy that I've always had my eyes on was Tari Eason down there in Houston. And you think about Houston's like point guard situation and our guard situation. Would there be a deal to be made, maybe a McCain or a Quentin Grimes in a swap for a Tari Eason type of player, a guy that can play the 4 next to Embiid? But Dominic Barlow stepped up in that regard. I do love what I've seen from him, Jabari Walker, so on and so forth. And then just to get Kelly Oubre back. So my one wish, to be clear here, to end this segment off for myself, I just wish for health, man. Good health. Get these guys on the court together. Give us enough time for them to get some chemistry built before the postseason, so we're not just going into the postseason with third or fourth time having like these set starting lineups. Like I want these guys to be able to play together and learn how to play with each other. So I'm just wishing for good health, brother. As always, as a Sixers fan, I don't need any trades, just good health, man. But what about you on the Warriors side of things?
For me, man, I would just ask for one big gift would be just a level of consistency, like on both sides, offensively and defensively. Like offensively, bro, we turn the ball over way too much, way too much.
I like that.
Defensively, we overcommit, we help too much, we foul, quite frankly, a lot. So I'm saying I would just like to see a level of consistency, like just trying to find that balance of okay, not turn the ball over as much on offense and then defensive, not giving up a lot of threes. Like we kind of do that. Like we
Yeah.
overhelp a lot on drives. So y'all have to say that and make sure like a consistent third score too. Like I know on a night to night basis what Steph and Jimmy could give me, but that third spot is going to always be questionable. Like you don't know who it's going to be. It could be Pods, Moses, anybody else like a toss up. Like Kaminga has
Yeah.
fell out the rotation. So yeah, man. Just consistent, bro. Like there's no better way to put it.
Yeah.
And maybe I had to say, well, no, maybe like it's kind of obvious that we need like a trade that it kind of. If you go back to like a year or so ago when Dallas made that trade to get PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, and
Like
ultimately
that.
they went to the finals, we
Yeah.
need something like that. Because, like to your point, you guys wouldn't need a major trade. We don't need it, but we need a trade like that to kind of help us make
A
a deep run.
boost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make a deep run in the playoffs. Getting a guy like Gafford or PJ will obviously help us in a lot of different ways. So, yeah, I'd say consistent like one major trade that kind of put us on the map for real. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that. I like that. Seems like we're kind of in similar boats in that regard. Like I'm kind of talking about the same thing when I speak on health, like just consistently on the court together, building that chemistry and playing better basketball. You guys have gone through something similar, you know, Steph out of the lineup, Jimmy banged up, Horford in and out of lineup, so on and so forth. So it'll be interesting, man. Can we just have one or two of those wishes granted?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Give me a healthy postseason, man. That's really all I want. But
Mhm.
we'll see. Maybe we could make a swap. Maybe we can exchange some pieces or something.
For real, we can help each other. Let us be on the phone with the GMs and let's work something
Yeah.
out.
Let's figure something out, man. Make us both better.
For sure. But moving over, bro. Let's rank the Christmas games for tomorrow. We can
I
do
like
it
that.
like favorite to most entertaining, and I kind of kick it off. So for me, bro,
Yeah.
number one, my favorite matchup of the day will honestly be the Spurs versus the Thunder. I like this kind of storyline that's being created between the two teams because honestly, though, like respectfully, bro, the Spurs actually aren't too far away from the Thunder if you think about it. Like they have the pieces that line up, and then they got draft capital and salary cap too. Like
Yeah.
to sign people, and, make trades and stuff. So me myself personally, number one, I'm going to go with Spurs and OKC. My favorite matchup tomorrow. Secondly, I'm gonna go with the Rockets versus the Lakers. I
Okay.
think that if Luka played to be more exact, that's going to be a fun matchup for sure. Like you alluded to, Amen Thompson going Luka. That should be a dogfight all night. And then Katie versus LeBron, obviously, no matter the age, it's still going to be very entertaining. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's two. Three, I'm going to go with my Warriors versus the Dallas Mavericks. AD and Cooper Flag has been looking very promising as a duo. They're starting to figure it out, learn their chemistry to play alongside each other. And then you got Jimmy and Steph, so that should be a good matchup. And then, yeah, so after that, I'm going to go with the Timberwolves versus the Nuggets. I think it's going to
Okay.
be a good matchup, despite the Nuggets having like injuries. Like you still got Jokic, you still got Murray. You know what those guys are going to give you.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Minnesota, they got a lot of fun players to watch. Rondo when he's cooking, obviously Ant-Man. So yeah, and then lastly, I'm going to go with the Cavs versus the Knicks. More tactical, less explosive, just straight to business. So yeah, it's still gonna be a fun matchup, but I just would prefer to watch those other matchups before this game. So yeah.
No, I feel that. I feel that. I got a little bit different order. I think I just have two games switched from your order, but I'll start it off. We got the same number one game, the Spurs and the Thunder. I think this is turning into like a rivalry before our eyes. This is definitely the future as well. I think you talk about past, present, future. Like this is present and future right now when
Yeah.
you look at these two teams. But yeah, it should be a hell of a matchup with these teams mostly healthy and arguably the top two teams in the West right now. Number two, I went with the T-Wolves at the Nuggets. You mentioned the history. I know there's a little bit of injury concerns there for the Nuggets, but I think Jokic, Jamal Murray, and company will be able to keep them afloat and make this game highly competitive. Obviously, Ant and his side will be ready to go. So I think that's going to be a great game to end the night. Number three, I went with the Rockets at the Lakers. You mentioned it, KD versus Bron. This has a lot of star potential, right? You got Luka mixed in there. You got this Rockets team that is young, hungry, and ready to prove themselves in a big spot. So I like that. Then I went with the Cavs and the Knicks at number four. Now, no, I'm gonna go with the Mavs and Warriors at number four. I was giving the Mavs and Warriors a little bit of slack there just because the Mavs are not really a good basketball team this year, but they are playing better. They do have Cooper Flag, the number one pick, and you do have the Warriors healthy on the other side. So I do like that game a little bit more, given that the Cavs are going to be missing a guy like Evan Mobley specifically, who's just such a huge piece for them, especially against the New York Knicks team that is just so good at rebounding and great at getting in the lane. So Yeah, I'll go with the Knicks and Cavs as the 5th place game. So Spurs OKC, T-Wolves Nuggets, Lakers Rockets, Mavs Warriors, and then Cavs Knicks would be my ranking, brother.
That's what's up. Not too far away. We both got good taste. You know, we like entertaining matchups for sure.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah, but shifting gears over, bro, to pretty much our last segment of the pod, man. We're going to do something fun. Like, we're going to do a Christmas Day fantasy draft. It should be crazy. Yeah, for sure. Like, the twist is, though, we only can use players playing on Christmas Day. So what we pretty much do when we pick a player, we can kind of get like a slight reason why we're picking this guy. You know, I'm taking him because I trust him in big moments. Just an example. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, you got that coin over there, bro.
Yes, sir. What you got? Heads or tails?
Heads, bro. Give me heads, bro. Don't be cheating over there, fam.
It is heads. It's a dime. It is heads. So you get first pick, brother.
Fair enough. So, you know, it could be positionless as well. It ain't got necessarily to be like point guard, shooting guard. You know, it just be strictly hoopers. But
do your thing. I'm gonna build a better team.
Okay. Give me Wemby, bro. Give me Wemby, man. Can't go wrong here.
You smart, bro. Because that was definitely where I was gonna go as well. Give me Jokic.
Okay. Jokic versus Wemby. Man, give me KD.
Interesting. Give me SGA, bro. I think it explains itself.
Okay. Give me Steph.
Okay. You went a different direction than I expected, man. I got 2 guys on my mind, but I'm gonna go Ant.
God damn.
I wanted to pick him over SGA, quite honestly. I just like him more than SGA, but nah.
Give me Spider. Give me Donovan Mitchell.
Can I have Luka?
It's up to you, bro. It's positionless basketball.
I don't know. I'm going. I guess it is positionless. Yeah, give me Luka.
Okay, fair enough. But give me Cooper Flag, man. Give me Cooper Flag. 6'10". You know, hey, I like my lineup though, bro. The only concern is defensively in the backcourt with Steph and Donovan Mitchell. For the most part, you got Wemby. He can cover so much ground, so I ain't really tripping for real. So yeah. But
so you got Steph, Wemby, Coop, KD,
Spider,
and then I got one more pick. I feel like I need some size, man. Let me that's a weird line. I'm gonna do it just for fun. I'm gonna take Cat.
Yeah, that's definitely weird. You know what I thought you was gonna pick though?
Cat and Jokic is weird, but
I thought you was gonna pick Amen.
Oh damn, yeah. That is a good one. That is a good one. Surprised Brunson didn't get picked up, but I guess there is a lot of guards.
I want to say that though, because I mean he is a dog, but you got Luka, SGA, you got Steph,
and
yeah, it's a lot of he deserves a lot of respect. Don't get me wrong, but it's just when you got those guys ahead of him, it's like so.
The only thing with my team, you got Luka, Jokic, and Cat.
Yeah,
like, who are they guarding?
Defensively, y'all can cook.
Yeah. We got like the chubby boys.
Yeah, y'all giving up a lot of points every night. I ain't gonna
We got the chubby boys on my squad, bro.
Then,
we'll score. We'll score.
Score for sure. Y'all got 8. But my team, you know, we're gonna be playing the right way though. We got KD at the 4, Wemby at the 5. Who I got at the 3? Cooper Flag, Spider, and then Curry. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Ant and SGA versus Coop, or no, it would be versus Steph and Spider. It'd be interesting nonetheless. I would love to see those matchups for real. But no, Merry Christmas, brother. Happy holidays to everybody out there watching. We appreciate you for real.
Merry Christmas, bro.
It was a ton of fun, bro.
as always. If you rocking with us, make sure you tap in, shut up, pod, enjoy your Christmas Day hoops. And we will for sure be back again here next week. And make sure you guys enjoy your Christmas. It's a lot of good games coming on tomorrow. Don't take it for granted. Very entertaining. And make sure you guys subscribe to the pod as always. And with that being said, we out. Peace.
Peace, everybody. Happy holidays, my brother, and happy holidays to the rest of you.